Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Sage 2024 showcase. This time we're going to check out the game called Team Sleigh Bells. But before we read the intro, I want to start on this screen here saying, warning, this game contains the following. Flashy imagery, bright colors, fast animations, and fast camera movement. If you or someone near you is sensitive to anything listed, it's recommended to either stop playing or play the game with caution. Since I'm streaming this, I want to present this warning. Let's go ahead and hit to the title screen, though. Wherever it may be. I think that's lagging a little bit. Don't worry about it. We'll just after the intro. Games! I like games. Miles games. Tells? Did you make games, Tells? Probably not. Don't worry about the frame rate. We can probably fix it up in a minute. But this is Team Sleigh Bells 2024 demo. Team Sleigh Bells is apparently about a reindeer named Charlotte and her friends who are trying to help their home planet Kringlos. Okay? There's a secret treasure known as the Mega Bell hidden on the farthest planet in her solar system. Kringlos is falling apart, and Charlotte read that the fabled Mega Bell, or Maga Bell, will help restore the planet with its powerful radiant. Charlotte's plan is to go around, to travel, and explore to find a way to this planet. She will find sparkle carrots to power her spaceship, hopefully making it to her destination. She will need to collect enough bells to get through some areas, though travel isn't cheap. Outside of bells being a currency, Charlotte and her friends also wield a trusty bell collar. These bell collars help them gather bells to pay for their travels, as well as being used to slay dangerous monsters they come across. I think that was supposed to be a pun with the word slay. This is a Christmas-themed game. Let's see. During their adventure, they will travel, collect, and make even more friends. They'll help them on their journey to collect the Mega Bell? Okay, that's how it was spelled differently. Is it Maga or Mega? I assume Mega. Charlotte and her friends, let's see. This is apparently a 3D platformer inspired by the Pac-Man World series. That's a bit of an odd inspiration. Team Sleigh Bells has 6+ different planets with 2 levels each, multiple playable characters to unlock featuring their own unique abilities. This is mostly focused on replayability, with many different ways to play a level depending on the character you have selected. There may be even secret paths divided for a specific character, so take a good look at your surroundings. This demo apparently features 7 playable characters, that's a lot, and 2 stages. There's also a bio for like every character. I'm just going to skip that though, and we'll focus on the game and just check it out there. Of course, before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can think about doing that as well. But if you really want to help out, think about coming over to Twitch. We're trying to reach a partner, but of course need more viewers to do it. So if you want to come by, whether to lurk or to talk, think about doing so, because it does help out immensely, and we'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord community if you want to check that out. I have a coffee link if you want to help directly monetize my content, and I have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff. Links in the description, and you can check them out at your leisure. Yes, I have paused the game. It is one of those games where if you click outside the window, it pauses. Since the music is a bit loud right now, I may as well do that for the moment. We also have Prasavs, Fair, and Xerix here. Hello, guys.
Hello.
I hope everybody's doing well. Shika, I think
doing all right.
I think that is the actual limit of number of votes you could post, or maybe it's because you're staff. It might be because moderator.
It's up to 15.
That is over 15. So moderator abuse. No, it's fine.
I mean, maybe it's increased in number because last time when I did it, even though I'm still a mod, it still only said I'm only allowed to go for 15.
Then I have no idea how she did that. Also, I went to a main menu with options, but it froze for you guys. I don't really know what happened here. Well. Okay, so immediately I'm noticing some performance issues in this game. I'd like to note the game actually is running in a windowed mode, 1280 by 720, I can tell. It's a small window, so I don't know why it's running so bad. Let me go ahead and turn off post-processing. Let me toggle full screen for a sec. Oh, no. Oh, it's one of those full screen modes that shoves everything over on my other monitor to the right. Ooh, fun.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
I'm immediately seeing some engine problems with this game, unfortunately. Not only was it lagging really hard, so that means its performance is pretty bad, especially considering I'm in such a small window. Just to show you guys, by the way, what I'm actually working on here. Here's my desktop. So, as you can see, Not very big window. Okay, it is running. So there is a game here, just to let you guys know. It apparently. So when XSplit stopped capturing it after I left the title screen, which indicates to me that the game did a very dirty way of changing. And I don't mean dirty as in like adult. I just mean dirty as in messy. Messy way of switching video resolutions between different screens or rendering methods, like how it's rendering the video. Something's wrong with it, so XSplit stopped detecting it properly. Let me see if I can get
full screen.
They did misspell full screen. Also, full screen doesn't help us any because it just messes up my other monitor. So, let me go ahead and refresh the auto detect, and then click back to the game. That did not help. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit tutorial. You guys can't see anything yet, but okay, there. See, as soon as we reach back to this, now you guys can see again. Okay, and it's actually running.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's still a little janky. It's barely running well. I could tell.
But
if I
deer.
it is deer. Okay, that's
Ding.
How do I back up? How do I leave? How do I leave? We have character. I'll read over these. Oh, hey, that's Scruffy. I remember them. Yeah, Super Freaks. Seen them before. And Ellie for Tacticat. I think I played Tacticat. I can't back up on this screen, so one moment. It appears to go back to the title screen. I must re-enter a stage.
Sophie looks cute.
So this has good art, like so far. Like I think this looks really nice. Not really sure what the engine is doing though. Okay, now I'm back on the main. So the main menu just will not display for you guys. The main menu refuses to capture. Something's wrong there. Some rendering, some video, something is going weird with the rendering, specifically this menu. I don't know why. That indicates to me I don't think this is being put together well. I think the core of this is like a little messy. But here, just show the characters. Like, I thought these graphics were cute. I wanted to share them. I'm also noticing. I would like to point out now that you guys can see the options view because I just did a separate capture. I'm just capturing the screen area now. So toggle full screen, toggle resolution. Weird it's a toggle. It's either filling the screen or in 1280 by 720. That's the options. Nothing else. That's weird. I turned post processing off earlier, which I think helped a little bit. I guess we'll go ahead and play, but I do think it looks like it might still be a little unstable. I guess we'll see how it goes. Xerix?
Sorry.
Don't.
Just something.
Like,
Sorry.
mute yourself, please.
My phone fell.
Oh.
Like it slipped from my hand when I was moving.
I see.
I had to grab it. I can't.
Alright. It's okay. It's okay. I just would have recommended muting your mic. It made a lot of noise. Oh. Your face is in my hair. Interesting. So, the facial details go through any object or any mechanic. Okay. Hey there, you must be the new gal. Hi, Sky. This adventure is going to require a lot of steps to get started. I just realized there's no audio adjustment either. 1 second, let me turn this down slightly. I'm getting the impression this game spent all of its time into the actual gameplay and art budget, but no time into, like, setting up the engine. If that makes any sense. Like, no video options, weird video options, limited video options, no audio options, etc. So, it's probably because it's a demo, but you know what? Yeah, I've said this a million times, guys. I don't care if you're just making a demo, devs. You should still provide plenty of options for, like, visibility, for, like, how the player's experience will go, you know? Their performance options. They need those.
Even if it's... Yeah, it's actually
even
more
for a demo. It's actually, especially for a demo, because the demo is there to get people interested. Give them the options so they can play it properly.
If they can't even play the demo, how the hell are they going to play your full game?
Mm-hmm. Like if you're a rookie, I said plenty of signs to help you. Good luck. So, like, one thing I'm noticing, like, watch... If I rotate the camera on my character, do you see the problem? It's not too bad. It's running mostly fine, but if you pay attention...
It snags a little bit here.
There are snags. And they're not consistent. It's not like when I look a certain direction or when I'm doing a certain thing, I'm just standing here. So when you spin a camera in a 3D game and you see random intermittent snags, that indicates to you, generally speaking, that the performance of the game isn't too great. It's basically having little moments where it is taking up a larger amount of performance randomly and causing basically that lack of smoothness. So that's not a good sign. We'll see how it runs, just how it is. But I'm thinking this game probably needs some extra video options. You can hold the jump button and flutter in the air. Oh, I'm just a Yoshi? Okay. That's good. I do really like the character designs, by the way. Look at the facial expressions and stuff. There's a lot here. Oh, look at the jump! Oh my god, they have all these. Oh, that's really cute. There's a lot of cuteness here. There's multiple jumps animations for no other reason than to have multiple jump animations. I do appreciate that. Lizzie's talking to... No, you're fine. You're fine there. Press the fire button to shoot out your projectile. You can hit these presents, though, but pass with them. Every character has, bells, I think, too. Supposedly? Shoot? Shoot what? Oh. Okay. Oh, there's my collar that I'm not... Wait, I have a collar. I'm using it to attack and stuff. Yet I don't wear a collar. I just realized that. Come on, wear a collar.
Well, you're kind of using it to attack. It would be kind of awkward to have to take it off each time.
I don't care, wear a collar. I guess you have a point, but why is it a collar if you're not wearing it, though? I'm just confused. Maybe the other characters wear them. I don't know. This is a bell boing. It's a type of trampoline that helps you jump higher. Holding the jump button after jump at one allows you to go higher. You can flutter, that is. Okay. So I think this game is weird, because the game is, by default, it's running pretty well. But I could tell the performance is suffering for some reason. And it's definitely, you can see the jankiness if you pay attention. It's kind of subtle, but not great if the game is running in Oh. It's probably unlimited frame rate causing the jank. Just thought about that. There are enemies ahead of the sign. Hit them with your projectiles to stop them. Once they are stopped, you can jump on them to bounce. Or you can kick them to the enemy if you walk into them. By pressing the fire button a second time when the enemy is captured, you can knock the enemy into the direction of the red arrow. Okay.
The way how the character is staring at that board, it almost like he's trying to have staring contest at it.
So one complaint I have is this is the default camera position. It doesn't really let me see where I'm throwing my projectile. Right? Just kind of thinking about that. I mean, I can kind of light up to an enemy and just throw it, but I can't see it around my character, I guess you could say. I feel like, yeah, that's a major problem I have with the camera. Is this my fault? It might be my fault. Hold on. Remember, I have that stick drift issue. Yes, I think it is. I think the camera actually remains at whatever angle you leave it at. So if I lift it at this, I can throw it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just my stick drift. Never mind me.
Drifting
Hey, wonderful job.
away.
You made it through. I'm just here to train you. That means you're most likely to never see me again. Wish you good luck going forward. I like the space dog. He's kind of cool. She's kind of cool. I can't tell what gender they are. I'm not going to assume gender.
They.
They.
If
That
you
works.
say they.
So back to the main menu you guys can't see. I'm going to actually, before we continue, I feel like that jank will only get worse at a more complex level than the tutorial, so I'm going to do a quick little check here. Ah, damn it. That's what I was worried about. Wait, didn't I find a solution to this? I did. I did find a solution to this. Remember, with Unity games, I can't easily change the frame rate, but I totally can change the frame rate. One moment, please. I just need to open up my NVIDIA panel and do a quick little thing. We're going to add Team Sleigh Bells into the NVIDIA control panel and then tell it, hey, please limit the frame rate here, basically. Minor nitpick, Z-Fi when talking, interacting, that would show up in the chat. Very true. I did notice that as well. It was on the second interaction, right? All right, give me just a second. The way this works is we hit add program settings, and then I add the program after a moment of lag. And then when I add the program, I can then use the NVIDIA control panel to do things like limit the frame rate. I bet you if I do that, I'm going to restart the game, actually. I bet you if I do that, it will take a second. Are you happy now, Charm Plays Games? What? There, I'm wearing my collar. Oh, good. I could wear my collar. It's in the other room, though, so I'm lazy.
I'm wearing my scarf.
Yay! Scarves are good, too. Told me to put on your collar. Yeah, I guess I technically did. But yeah, right now, I'm sorry for the delay. We're basically waiting on the NVIDIA control panel, which is a bit of a jank freaking program. We're waiting on it for. I hit the add program button, and now it's frozen, and it'll be frozen for about a minute, and then it'll eventually pop a menu. So, because the NVIDIA control panel is really well made, so I just gotta wait on it. Talking to anyone or interacting with a sign, the little circle Z fights with the ground. Oh, that.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too.
By increasing priority, slightly move the little circle up by a fraction. I feel like this is weird. So far, my initial opinions of this game, we're going to keep playing. We're not done. But my initial opinions, just to may as well express them, is there's a lot of very well put together work here, but I feel like what happened with this game is that somebody with an extremely powerful computer made this. Maybe a little team of all having extremely powerful computers made this. They didn't test for performance. They didn't consider. It's another case of a dev that doesn't consider performance whatsoever. So, all right, NVIDIA control panel. We have waited long enough. Are you done? It's frozen, like I said. I'm waiting for it to unfreeze. I've hit the add button, so I'm just waiting for it to pull up the menu it's supposed to pull up. Let me pull up the game again while we wait. Apparently, actually, you know what? There's something I can do while we wait. First off, have the key art in bigger form, because it is kind of cute. These character designs are really good. I like the style.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very Christmassy game here. We also have a little bit more further right up I can list out. So let me just read it off. Why not? Playable characters: Charlotte, the character we're playing as, a deer-like creature, not necessarily a deer, who loves adventure. She's on a quest to find the Mega Bell after reading about how it could possibly help her crumbling planet from fully collapsing. While this will be a life or death situation for her, she's very brave to take on any challenge that will come across her, although she's not taken very seriously by some of the others due to her being a bit clumsy and oblivious of things. You know, I just realized the NVIDIA control panel probably needs to be restarted. I think when it freezes like that, I just need to restart it, actually. Because last time I restarted it when it did that, it didn't take long at all for it to work the next time. So I guess I roll a dice with the control panel, and if I roll wrong, it just freezes forever. Got it.
Oh.
It's a useful program, but god damn. I'll try again. But there's more character descriptions. Vanellope is apparently Charlotte's twin sister who loves to research about technology in different worlds. While she's the smarter of the two, that doesn't let her stop her from having fun on her sister's adventures. Everyone in the town feels a lot better when she takes on Charlotte's adventures because she knows how to keep her safe most of the time. There we go. Yeah, I restarted the program and I'm fine now. So let's see. Add select the program. Boom. Okay, so let me do an adjustment here. Vertical sync on. Triple buffering off. Max frame rate on 6. If you remember, I used this to make a previous Sage game actually playable. It was the one with the Skyworld and the Bat character. I forget the name of it now. The one that was a test, so to speak, to see how things went. Okay, now I've gone and forgotten. It was a few videos ago. Okay, I
remember Rodeo.
Was it just called Rodeo?
Yeah. Project Rodeo.
Project Rodeo. That was it. Project Rodeo. All right, so I've limited the frame rate. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, the cutscenes are still fucked up. That's not great, but all right. Well, not really a cutscene per se, but you know what I mean. Still lagging out. So it probably means that the tutorial's probably also still lagging out. I can pause during the screen. That's interesting. I have limited the frame rate. Pray I do not limit it any further.
Also, Tucker redeemed.
Oh, okay. Just a moment on that. All right, there's a couple more things I can do with the video control panel. I think it didn't help as much as I was hoping, but oh well. It's worth a shot. Image scaling, nah. This did literally make Project Rodeo runnable though, so I know it's functional. I know it helps. Let's see. So yeah, this is another case where I really wish devs actually included options for things, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Change a few more settings. We're gonna roll with whatever we end up with. It's more or less functional. I just know for a fact those little janky bits, they're most likely going to give me a freaking headache after a while, so that's why I was trying to fix it. Actually, main menu that you guys won't be able to see again, but alright, this Tucker redeem though, let me get to it. Then we'll get to the proper game. So, redemption, okay, there it is. Do you prefer a scarf or a collar? And if you had a collar, would you have a leash? Oh, that's a question for me. I get it now. I guess I'd prefer a collar. That sounds nice. A leash? Maybe for a certain special somebody? Maybe? I guess I'd have to think about that one. That's my answer.
He's really grown up a bit, huh?
Call it
That's
color.
cute, Tucker.
Was that asked in the question?
That's cute, Tucker.
No, was it? I don't know what color. Probably pink, but I can't say. He's not sure either. So.
I mean, it could be just purple, so it matches with the pink.
So why is the previous menu not visible, but this menu is visible? They're both just menus. I don't get it. Okay. So yeah. So this is Charlotte. She has the most balance control. And we have Vanellope, her sister. Fast, but has the weakest throwing range. Okay. We have Sophie. Charlotte Vanellope's best friend and the only wolf who lives in Eloftron. Eloftron. Why is every dev making their own custom world have to name everything a word I don't know how to say? Devs, you're all in league with each other to try to confuse my brain. I don't like this. She mainly likes wandering around hoping to find food. Well, that does sound like a wolf. She joins Charlotte on an adventure, hoping there will be snack stops. Sophie has the longest throwing range and a double jump, but runs the slowest. I'll probably play as Sophie. We also have Strawbelly, a cat-like creature for the planet Meowlentine. The Meowlentine, I suppose. Her favorite thing to do is spread love and joy of her best friend, Bluebelly. Bluebelly, huh? She's also full of energy and motivation. Strawbelly can hover in the air longer and faster, but it tends to fall slowly while trying to. Then we have Scruffy from the Super Freak series, which are games that have been on Sage, but I haven't really cared about them, honestly. Too much, but here he is to defeat enemies and grab Yorbs, and he's all out of Yorbs. Okay. The Super Freak is here to go on an adventure. Why here exactly? Nobody knows. Jumping enemies cannot flutter or shoot. So each of these characters have their own distinct details as far as how they move about and do things. Okay. Nadine for Prototype N. We have played that on Sage before. It's the kind of Mega Man-like. Here to hopefully find out who created her. On the side, however, she decides to protect the world from any danger she comes across. Nadine has heavy fall and cannot flutter, but has a powerful attack. And then Ellie from Tacticat, which I believe we have either played or maybe I've even added to the list this year. Let me check.
It sounds familiar.
I think I played it because a previous year. I don't have it on my list right now. Pass by her adventure to stop the evil space wizards, also doing her best avoiding the cheese mafia's wrath. Okay. Ellie picks up her speed from slopes and has her trusty fish toll. I guess somebody could look that up. Tacticat on my channel, see if I made a video on it. I honestly don't remember. But we're going to play as Sophie, because I like that idea. As Wolf. And also, I do think I like double jumps. Hopefully this runs a bit better. Because, I don't know. I know that gen can give me a headache, so I imagine it can give the viewers a headache as well. Why do we have a raccoon tail? Okay, no, it's just It's a wolf tail, I guess.
Honestly, I thought for a second it was a bear wolf.
Wow, look at the reflection of that ice pillar behind me. That's interesting.
Interesting.
It does seem like yep, you played Tacticat last year.
Okay. One thing I will immediately compliment the developers on, though, is there is a very clear drop shadow when you are in the air. Appreciate that quite a bit. I don't remember Tacticat. Thanks for checking, Trisaz. I don't remember it at all. What kind of game was it even, like, genre-wise?
I don't know. It seems like is it a fishing game? I don't know.
So wait, hold. Does every character attack with collars, but nobody wears one?
Never mind.
I mean, maybe that's how they catch their prey.
What is this rolling animation? There's also a sound effect with it that's a little odd, too.
I posted the video on the gaming channel, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Let me take a quick look, actually. Why not?
With her
the other game.
Her whole white body and her darker tail, she kind of reminds me of Mewtwo.
Mewtwo? Maybe. I don't see that at all. But I mean,
it looks very different, though. Yeah.
Just a
oh yeah, Tacticat was that really? I don't think I liked that game very much. It was kind of a little. It was a little bit. It was a platformer.
Yeah.
It was kind of messy. I kind of remember it, but barely remember it. Also, because like, it didn't leave a very strong impression. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. So yeah, it's a really weird thing here is that I could tell a lot of work was put into this, and I think it's running fairly okay now after a few adjustments. But we definitely saw some weird performance and capture issues, and I realized that. Listen, some people might see me complain about how a game captures and be like, "Well, charm. The devs aren't trying to build the game to be captured, trying to build the game to be played." But here's the thing. My capture device freaking out indicates that the engine is doing something weird, and I don't know if the engine doing something weird is going to be good for people wanting to play the game either. It's Landon! Hey, Sophie. It's so good to see you again. It's been a long while. Did you hear the new bell boings are finally installed? They've been super useful getting around the big gaps everywhere. Honestly, I've been using them a lot just because they're really fun, especially when I flutter. When I flutter, I can go even higher. I think you'd also have a blast using them. It's super handy. Also, since you're here, if you ever want to catch up on things, feel free to let me know. I know you're probably busy, so I'll let you go. Thanks for stopping by. Catch up on things? Do you think there's different dialogue for each NPC with each character? I asked that because this seems to imply that they, like, personally know Sophie or something. Like, if you ever want to catch up on things, you know? Like, I might have to go back to the stage of a different character to see if they say the same thing or not.
They did say replayability.
Yeah.
Honestly, so far, this looks like one of the better holiday games I've seen.
Okay, fair enough. I wanted to know if I wanted to know if I could just cheese it. No, I could not. Wait, did I lose bells when I died? No. Okay,
No, you
cool.
didn't lose bells.
Just checking how the mechanics work. Yeah, honestly, this has a really good visual style.
It's holiday, but it's not in your face annoying holiday.
I'm confused. You know what I'm confused about? Why does the animated cutscene that starts the little cutscene before the title comes in, and then of course the title itself? Why is that horribly laggy, but the actual 3D environments are fine or better at least, much better? That's very perplexing to me. I don't quite understand how that happened. Mind you, that is a capture issue. That is a capture issue, I should point out. It was running fine for me playing, but the capture was freaking out quite a bit. And now, mind you, yes, if my capture freaks out, that doesn't necessarily mean the game's going to run poor for you if you're going to play it. But what it does mean is that there's something funky going on with the performance, and I don't know what that is. And thus, well, not without further research, at least. And, yeah, if that performance... Oh, I see. So we got kind of a... Hello, where are you? It's Brandon. Hey, Sophie. Sorry, I didn't catch anything yet. I know I always share with you, but it's been a slow day. I guess all the sea creatures are asleep today. What is that? Hold on. Are asleep today. Sleep? Hold on a second there.
L-E-A-P.
Sleep. Now I'm still wondering if SLEAP is a word. Is sleep a word?
I don't
am
think
as-
so.
I am asleep. I won't hold you up anymore, but it's great to see you. I'll see you later. Try to drop something off if I catch anything. Okay, I'm starting to notice a little trend with the dialogue. I noticed it in the bio for the characters as well. The bio, the document for the game, but in-game I'm noticing as well. The characters are saying a lot, but they're not saying a lot. There's a lot of dialogue boxes for no real reason. It's kind of a bit pace-breaking.
It's fluff.
Did that drop a bell off the ledge? Yes. Yes, it did. You piece of shit. It's fluff. It's like unnecessary. It's not like fluff. It's not like flavorful fluff, though. Like, it's okay to have fluffy dialogue that doesn't add anything. Like, if all the dialogue in a game is just, here is information to play, it would be very boring. So it's okay to have some fluff, some flavor. But the thing is, if that flavor is flavorless, then you kind of messed up, right? Like, it needs to add to... all dialogue in a game should do something, right? It should serve some sort of purpose. A gameplay purpose, teaching you something. A narrative purpose, teaching you things about your player character or the world or the setting or the characters you're speaking to. And the dialogue was doing that to some degree. It was indicating, like, oh, yeah, this character knows this character. That's cool, but it didn't really go anywhere with it. It just said a lot of words that didn't really add anything to that information. Dialogue is a really hard thing to get right, I realize, for a lot of devs. But yeah, I kind of feel like... How many dialogue boxes do you have again? 1, 2... 3. See, this is all fine. The first 4 dialogue boxes. 5th one's fine. That shows the personality. Landon's talking about how they're fun. And then that's also another gameplay hint.
Yeah,
and
Landon's
that's fine as
fun.
well as a closing line. But then they keep going, and I don't know. I don't feel like you need an entire dialogue box to indicate this character knows that character. And then another dialogue box that is kind of necessary because they kind of already ended their conversation with the sentence 2 sentences ago. So there's like a couple extra lines there. It's not too bad. Again, this is minor stuff technically, but like... Okay, they drop fake bells that don't actually collect. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I understand now. I mean, I'm confused, but... Sorry. Also, I think the dialogue is maybe a little bit cardboardy. Like, it's not bad, and mostly is grammatically correct, but... So, sea creatures are asleep today. Won't you up anymore. Great to see you. I'll see you later. Like, right there! Right there! I won't hold you up anymore. It was great to see you. And then the next dialogue box, I'll see you later. You just said that, bud. Like, it's kind of, like, overly long. It's not too long. It's not too much, but it's enough to get my attention. Anyways, that nitpick aside, let's see how things go. Mind you, I have no complaints about the base gameplay seems fine. The graphics are good. Something about the dialogue was just making me feel off-put, I guess, is the word I would use. And it's not because of grammatical issues. I'm not actually... I'm pretty chill about those, actually. Hello. Huh? Okay, well, sassy, aren't you? Ah, it's the flea bag. Okay, wait a minute. It is custom dialogue, then, because that's very... I wasn't sure if all the characters would say the same thing to every character, like, oh yeah, hi, how you doing? We should catch up today. But this character specifically said flea bag, so that must... Well, I'm playing the wolf character, so I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say that to other characters. And it's hungry. Great. Yeah, get nommed, jerk. How about you find something on the floor so you're on the floor? When you're hungry, you could be even more annoying than your friend. You're more annoying than your friend. I don't know what that means, but, you know. To think I didn't even know that was possible. Haha! You're still here? I told you, go find something somewhere else. Don't you listen? Okay, so you were actually just there to be a bitch. You have no other purpose. Okay, gotcha. Alright.
I'm wondering something.
Yes?
Maybe those extra things of dialogue after the time when it sounds like the dialogue should have ended, maybe there are supposed to be things that they say if you talk to them again.
I mean, I could try that. Let me try talking to the jerk here.
No, what I mean is they were supposed to be things that they say when you talk to them a second time. Like, they don't repeat what they say all the time. They instead say, like you talk to this person, like yada 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 yada, and ends. I know, like after laughing, you talk to her again, and she says all the other stuff again.
Are you saying basically that you feel like these are supposed to be multiple conversations that are all just... There's no way of leaving that, by the way. I tried walking away or something, that doesn't work, so...
Yeah, I think maybe they're supposed to be... Like, maybe the conversation ends after she laughs and you leave. But then you talk to her again, she's like, huh? You're still here?
That could make some amount of sense, yeah. I really like the jump detection. It really is quite nice. More games need... I will direct... Like, I know I'm being a little nitpicky, but I'm going to totally compliment that feature. Landing those guys would be really hard about it.
Drop shadows.
Not enough developers add those. There are definitely some very smart design decisions here. How's it running, by the way, stream-wise?
Seems fine for me so far.
What does that look like me as a shadow, like a Shadow Steer? It's going perfect. It literally has all of my colors. Gary, huh? hey, it's been a while since seeing you around. It's great to see you here. If you need help with the toll, take a try. Well, Sam, I did get enough bells for anyone passing by. I'm really glad to hand them to you, but placing them around the neighborhood, thinking it would be a fun idea. Think about it now, it would have been probably easier to hand them to you. You see, again, you repeated yourself. You're like, I was going to hand these to you, but then I decided to do this. But it probably would have been easier to hand it to you. Yeah, you already said that, Gary. Sadly, too late for that now. That's not how you spell two in this case. So I hope it won't be a hassle. I hope it won't be a hassle to collect them. A hassle? A hassle. I'm learning new words with this developer. Have fun. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon. It feels like the developer feels like that every conversation needs to end with like a "see you later, see you again." But it's actually like getting really monotonous with them doing that. But yeah, look at this character. This character has not quite all my colors, but it's pretty close. That is my belly color, and that is basically my fur color. If they had pink hair, it would be ridiculously close.
I mean, the color palette of your character is normally a very polite color to look at to begin with, so making a character look like it is not exactly something that people will be like, oh yeah, I like these colors, so yeah, they will do that.
Well, I appreciate they like those colors. They're good colors.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I'm kind of finding a little bit annoying, there's these toll gates, right? Which I get, that's fine. Oh, okay, when I approach them, I was going to say that the bell display kind of goes away, though, if you haven't reached a bell. It does show up when you approach the sign, that's good. I kind of prefer if the bells just stayed on screen, but that's a good way to do it, too. This is very cute. I guess I'm just a little on edge because of how it performed at the beginning, so I'm, like, worried that something might break at some point. Because I've had enough indie dev experiences to, like, know when something indicates there might be. It's weird. The title screen and the intro, leggy as heck. Actual gameplay, pretty solid. I think the settings I did the Nvidia settings I did help a bit, because I don't think I'm seeing those janky frames anymore, which is good. By the way, I was seeing those in game when I was janking around in 3D. That wasn't just a capture issue. That one there.
I am noticing that they are giving you a have this many thing goal, and they're giving you.
Are they?
Flex.
Though the first toll, I had to get literally all the bells to actually get in.
Yeah, that's why I was a little bit worried. But this one was, I think it said 120.
Yeah, I already have that. You're right. Of course, there's also, when I pause, it also says max spells 336, so I have a target score. So I guess I'll look around. Thankfully, this game does have a dead zone with the analog stick, so my stupid stick drift isn't really, it's fine. It's not causing issues. Yeah, now that I've gotten past my initial trepidation over the performance, because it was weird at the beginning, it seems to be fine now, though. Hello. This is Lorraine. I don't know what they are. They have maybe another deer? Okay. Hey, Sophie, what brings you by? You're looking for food. I was just about to start making some dinner. I only have enough ingredients for my girls and I. I'm so very sorry, Sophie. I'm sure you'll be able to find something. Exclamation period. If I had any left over, I'll give you a call. Okay. I wouldn't want you to go hungry tonight. Thanks for stopping by, Sophie. I'll talk to you again. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like the
yeah.
conversation should end like 2 dialogue boxes earlier than it actually does. And then it just keeps going. Every character's... Listen, it's not a huge deal, but every character's doing it. Some a little worse than others, but every character's doing it, so like... I'm starting to get kind of distracted by it. Maybe I'm overly picky, I don't know. You guys can let me know that.
No,
but,
you're... Now that you pointed it out, I'm starting to notice it too. And
I do think some people probably wouldn't notice. I'm a bit of a linguist though, so I kind of notice this stuff. I know, surprise. Sometimes I can't talk. I can't even form words sometimes, but you know, I definitely do. Like when I'm focusing on it, I am grammatically pretty. Like math. Like math was my worst class at school. My best class, language. So.
Oh yeah, I'm similar, although except that I did decently in math. But
I mean,
you're just me, but better. God.
I'm backwards. I'm in reverse. I was great at math and terrible at language, except for speaking it. Math was more of my forte. Yeah. So for me, it's mostly because I was lucky, because my first English teacher was also my last, and I only had 2 years with her, and all I actually learned from her was how to read English. Around the same time, I learned how to read in Spanish, so it was the perfect year for me. So my experience of English, I know how to speak English already for years at this point. It's just reading in English was the problem, but I learned how to read English. Even
honestly,
though it was only for 2 years.
Xerix, you are from where again?
Costa Rica.
Yeah. So is English the second language you learned?
Funny enough, it's the first one I learned. Even though everyone here, it's mostly because of TV. I learned how to speak it, but in turn, I could not speak Spanish in my family that is Spanish.
I was going to ask, Puerto Rico, you speak Spanish, like people speak Spanish there, right? I wasn't sure.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Normally it's Spanish.
I would personally say, and other people can offer their opinions, but when Xerix, you could pass for somebody who just is in America, because you sound really good with your English. You don't sound like you're from a non-English speaking country at all. So
yeah, I would think that you're like from the Midwest or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny thing about that, I think even a teacher thought of that same thing, because the first time I went to school, I only know how to speak English, and I met a racist teacher thinking that I was American.
Oh my goodness! What a fucking situation!
Yeah,
Yes.
and what makes it awkward, she basically grabbed my jaw to force me how to speak Spanish.
Wow, that's not good. That's not cool.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that. My mother reminded me that happened. It was another parent telling it to my mother, and when she told me, and then it's like, oh yeah, that I now remember. I thought that was how it worked, because I didn't know any better.
Also, I found a secret area.
So,
I got a little sound effect, and now we found Scruffy.
Yeah, and people either thought I was American for my English, and in recent times, some think I'm British because I've been hanging out with a friend that is British, that speaks English, and all that. So I have been mixed around over others. Definitely never Hispanic, more often than not.
Just a second. Lugia does note, I also would like to comment on it. Feels very much the developers on native English speaker or inexperienced English. I've seen a couple of those bone apple tea moments. It's also maybe why this 7 cent is feeling yappy. Yeah, the sentence might just be yappy as part of the fact that the developer may be ESL. Which, by the way, if you don't know what that term means, it means English is a second language. I typically, when I comment on dialogue, I will critique dialogue, but I will generally reference that if I think a developer might be ESL, I do reference that. I do reference that possibility. I do think you're right. I think that ESL might be here. That would explain why some stuff feels so awkward as well. Anyways, I jumped down here and I got a weird little sound effect, and now I found Scruffy, so... Oh, hey there! Don't mind me. Just a super freak. A super freak sweeping. I guess you could say this is a super freak sweep. Oh, alright. Super freak. Gay? Okay. That's it. So, So we're having one thing I do find I don't. So Tacticat, Super Freaks, and that one Mega Man character I forgot the name of already. One thing I do like about Sage games is sometimes you have Sage games, like indie games, where they have crossover characters from other indie games, which I think is very cute. I like that a lot. When a couple, some indies get together and they just share their characters between their games. I think it's really cute. That means that they probably obviously like each other's games or like what each other are doing and want to collaborate. It's neat. I like that. The Super Freaks games were actually on Sage. There's a few of them. I was never interested in playing them, though. Oh, those do hurt you. Okay, I was wondering if they did. I like how she freaked out really hard there. What? Why was there a laugh track all of a sudden? What happened there? You heard that, right?
Probably a glitch of talking to,
Yeah. Weird
Super Freak guy.
Also, high CPUs is detects you may experience performance issues. One moment. Oh, that's really interesting. Weirdly, that's not Sleigh Bell's fault. One moment. Well, yeah, Sleigh Bells is actually using a reasonable amount of memory. You know what isn't, though? Brave. What the hell are you doing, man? It's using a ton of memory. Hold on a second. We'll try something. That explains it. I actually was going to say, I wonder if the game's doing that. No. It's actually the Brave browser. It's being a little bit of a jerk. So give me 1 second. Brave, what are you doing? You don't have any reason to use that much memory. Sorry. Just gotta see what the hell's going on here. Actually, let me just restart Brave real fast. Give me a second, guys. I can't read the chat while I do this. Oh, never mind. Sleigh Bells does use about 25% CPU. That's reasonable. CPU usage seems reasonable for this game. I'm just a little confused by.
Really good, actually.
Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. We've seen a lot worse than that before. Right, I would hope it would use about that much memory, given that I have a pretty small window. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Brave browser just being kind of funky. I don't know, man. It might actually be the wheel. So, give me one more second. Sorry about the delay.
It is fine.
Let me just switch to like this, whatever. I'll just go to the save editor page over here. Let's see. Did that help it? Not. Well. I use the Brave browser for. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, that's a difference of like 15%. I didn't realize the wheel was that intensive. How strange. So apparently if we have the wheel up, then... Interesting. Alright, fair enough. That's fine. That's not a big deal. I'll just switch it to another page while we're playing games. I did not realize the wheel was taking that much performance. I guess since it's always spinning in the background, it causes lag or something. Alright. Yeah, the Brave browser goes right back down to where it probably should go. Still using more memory than it should, though. Honestly, I think that may not even be my fault. I believe the Brave browser went through some updates, and I might need to look at its settings again. Because I think some of those updates were bad updates, Like... Because I use the Brave browser specifically for streaming. It's not my main browser I use for, like, my day-to-day use. My main browser I use for day-to-day is Chrome, but Chrome is intensive and I have a bunch of add-ons on it so I can do different functions. And that's fine for when I'm not streaming. However, not so fine when I am streaming. So, when I am streaming, I use the Brave browser. Because the Brave browser, at least it used to be, very efficient. However, it looks like I might need to mess with some settings later, so I will do that. What are you? Are you a seal? Or a fish? Thinking seal. Yeah, it looks like a seal. That's very silly. That's very sealy, you could even say.
Damn, you got there before I did.
Can't let a good pun rest. So, by the way, commenting on the gameplay, I guess this is stage 1, so I guess it should be a bit simple, right? But I kind of feel like... Copy-paste, copy-paste. Okay, this is a little bit different because there's 2 cells. But it feels like everything's just... Hey! Do this multiple times. The same thing, same platform, same arrangement. Do it again, do it again, do it again. That's kind of how it feels. It doesn't feel very exciting. It feels like this section could be half the size and it would be a lot more fun. Like, half the number of platforms and this wouldn't be fun. But...
Still, for...
It's not bad. Just
Yeah,
a little bit on
this is only the first... This was like the first section that you had a problem with the, the level design.
Well, actually, I did feel this earlier as well. When I was jumping on those trampolines and going up platforms, there were 2 paths up, and if I wanted to get all the bells, I had to just drop down and do the exact same jumping puzzle on the other side. It is like,
True.
Layla. Hey, Sophie, I'm just passing by. I was on my way home, and I don't know how to get past this part. Where are you going, if I may ask? You're looking for food? Hey, Sophie, everything on this planet is edible, right? Yeah, I really should have eaten that one jerk. I mean, everything on this planet is edible is an extremely loaded statement. I just want to say. So you don't say that around the dog, man. You don't say that around the dog. I mean, even the dirt is considered a food. I'm not saying you should eat dirt, of course. Just try to give an example, not try to be rude. I'm sorry if I said something wrong. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Again, the see ya was not necessary, Dev.
No. I think she gets a pass because she's obviously awkward.
She's awkward. Okay, fair enough. You have a point there.
I mean, to be
before
fair,
you even say your point, I would do what your point was going to be. And it's like, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, dogs eat plants to hydrate. If thus plant is their water.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's new tuck commands. If you type !tuck actions, you can see what they are.
Oh.
I added last stream because I thought it was cool.
I am very surprised that you decided to get Tucker in on the board thing.
Well, yeah,
You could also hug Tucker.
Got all the bells. I let Tucker pick which commands he wanted. Because there's a whole bunch... Because I took it from a template of a whole bunch of ones that I have. I have way more. But he picked out the ones he was interested in having, so... Yeah. I am changed my mind, actually. I don't think I'll be able to make it back. The new bell boings freaked me out a bit. Sorry. Okay. Not sure why you're apologizing, but alright. Also, 2D section, by the way. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I can't go up! Bad 2D section, by the way.
Oh no. Oh
so,
no.
What happened? Oh, wait, is my angle... Wait, look at my angle. Is my angle... Wait, is my angle okay for this? Let's see.
Your initial angle is... Your initial angle is fine.
Okay, so this goes to 3D. But if you drop back down, it goes back to 2D.
Oh no.
But it drops you into 2D in whatever plane you land at. Devs, this is not how you design this. If you want 2D and 3D sections to go into each other, you need an isolating point where they... You need a narrowing point where they connect at a certain point so that if you go back and forth between them, you're always going to be in the right planar arrangement for the 2D section. Here, though, I could just do this, and now I'm fucked.
Or invisible walls.
So it's not a huge deal. It's not like there's a live system, but it is very messy. You could definitely design that better.
She is tilted weirdly.
Yeah, there is the initial angle is a little weird. Ah, I was right. I was wondering, do I have to stun the bird? Yes, I do. You stun the bird and jump on them. The controls are pretty good in the air, though. They're very responsive, very direct. They go exactly where you think they're going to go. There's no, like, momentum system, really. I thought that guy was just going to sit there forever. They see me rolling.
They hate me.
And they hate me.
So wait.
Like how Bear and I had the same...
I did lead you into that one, to be fair. I just realized something. So we're not wearing a collar, but we're throwing collars, and we're buying the enemies. So we're just trying to collar all the enemies. This feels like... interesting. I feel like, I get Riley vibes from this. Make everything a pet. Everything's
rolled
fair,
over, so...
To be fair, he is really good at that.
He is quite good at that. Also, I'd like to note that if I... Did you see what happened there? If I knock a pink guy away, he, like, has an animation, but if I jump at him, watch. Gone. Just gone. Just gone. It's like, it does work, but gone. Well, how did I dodge those? It's like the devs didn't expect me to jump on them, so they just didn't have a proper animation for it. At least I didn't... Oh my god. If that's an unintended reaction, like, it looks like you're supposed to push them or hit them again because they're on the ground, right? You're just supposed to run into them. So I think I did something unintended there by just jumping on them. But I'm glad that at least the game didn't go, error, crash, in action event number 0. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those of you who have watched my streams know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I have done several game maker crashes because I basically did an action the developer didn't consider, which caused it to immediately crash. In a previous year, I held onto a Koopa shell in this one Mario game to a much later section of the level, and then I threw the Koopa shell at a bug enemy that wasn't near the Koopa area, and the devs clearly didn't intend an interaction. Didn't plan an interaction between the Koopa shell hitting this bug enemy, and then it just crashed. We also had a crash this year. I don't remember what I did this year. We've already seen another one of those Action Event 0 crashes for Game Maker. I don't remember what I did this year, though. It was a few streams back. So, Minnie here. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophie. I hope I'm not in the way. I wasn't able to make your favorite snacks yet. I can give you a call when I make them if you would like. It's always a pleasure baking for you. Oh my god, I accidentally double talked to her because I expected another throwaway line that was unnecessary, but she didn't actually have one, so I talked to her a second time. So good work! That character actually ends her dialogue in a logical fashion. Yay! Oh, by the way, I just realized music exists, doesn't it?
Yeah, the music hasn't really been getting me.
It just kind of occurred to me. I have not been paying any. You know, I'm a music person, right? You guys know this. So but I realized all of a sudden, oh, I haven't even paid any attention to this music. Like, I do not care about the music. And I just realized it's not. No, don't get me wrong. It doesn't offend me.
It's just there.
It's very there music. Yes. Oh, by the way, this game said it was not. It was obviously this is a 3D platformer. I want to say they said that they were inspired by Pac-Man World. Do you guys feel that at all? I'm kind of wondering what it means. No. Like honestly, when I hear that a game is inspired by another game, I'm usually like, okay, I kind of know what they might be going for. But honestly, when I hear that a game is inspired by Pac-Man World, I just think to myself, what does that mean?
I'm wondering if they're talking about the trampolines, because those were prominent in.
Good point. There were a lot of like bounties in Pac-Man World. I played it a long time ago.
I'm just sitting here wondering, okay, where's the pseudo spin dash? Where is the butt bounce? Namely, where is the butt bounce?
Maybe one of the characters has it. Every character seems to be a little bit different. Honestly, the main thing I think of with Pac-Man World is it's 3D platforming, but pretty straightforward but good controls, which this does have straightforward but good controls. But also, when I think Pac-Man World, I think I'm going through a 3D level, and then I enter a specific room, and now it goes top-down, and now I'm going through a Pac-Man maze. Because it did that occasionally. I remember that.
Yeah.
So, I was expecting us to enter, like, a Pac-Man maze at some point. I wonder if that's... I mean, we had a 2D section, but that's different. That's different. What I'm saying is more of a traditional Pac-Man style, like, setup. I wonder if I'll have anything like that. Your eyes are weird. Your eyes are weird. Charlie. Hey, Sophie, where are you going? Oh, you're going on an adventure to find the Mega Bell with Charlotte and Vanellope. I mean, I trust you gals, knowing Vanellope's there. She was always the smart one, of course. But Charlotte, don't worry about that girl. She's in her 20s and still believes fables. Who calls them fables? Just make sure she stays safe, please. Fables. Why would you believe fables if you live in a Christmas planet? Oh, that's silly. Believing in fables in a Christmas world. That's silly.
A Christmas.
Forgot what is a fable.
Oh, you believe in fables? Well, that's stupid. This is the real world where the entire landscape is made of edible food. What's... You remember? Because that was also stated too.
Yeah, I noted that.
I'm trying to understand how this 2D play works. It seems like this one actually seems unjust to you, which is actually good. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, so it's still a 2D plane. Oh, that feels funky. So you notice how it's going diagonally now?
Yeah, weird.
That not only is that weird, but you want to know what I pressed to get down there? If I press diagonally down, it doesn't work right. I get like stuck on the wall. I have to hold right, specifically right.
No.
That's really weird from going from a 3D platformer section where if I held down and right, I would go down and right, to going to a 2D section that's making me go down and right, but I have to hold right, specifically. If I hold down and right, I actually lose speed. Because I'm like rubbing against the wall, I guess. So, invisible wall. I don't know, man. I understand. Listen, I play Klonoa. I understand the idea of making a 2D section dynamic and have it rotate around and stuff. I get that. However, that's usually done on a joint, like you're turning a corner in the 2D section, and now you've turned the corner, and now you keep going. I'm not so sure about this, though, where you're kind of like making the player go, yeah, diagonal. It doesn't even look right. Look at the character animation. Like, this doesn't feel good at all. It's not hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying, like, this is the trickiest thing ever. I can't do this. I was actually curious if that would hurt me. It did. I'm actually impressed by that. Nice attention to detail. I'm just curious. There's stuff down here.
Yeah, this definitely needs some tweaking.
Like, I feel like they were like... I feel like they're... Wait, did Pac-Man World have, like... Aside from the maze sections, were there any 2D sections of Pac-Man World?
I don't know about the first one. Shoot, I'm trying to remember about the second one.
I only remember anything about the first one. I think I've watched a playthrough of the second one. And later they went full 3D and never had like any mazes after a while, I think, if I recall.
No, the second one had some mazes in some places, but it wasn't like super top-down and stuff, but there were areas that were obviously mazes. But they were definitely more optional.
Alright guys, let me ask you this. You see these giant spikes? Obviously, if I hit a spike, I get hurt, but do you think these bases should hurt me? I'm not asking you if they will. I'm asking you, should they?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, it doesn't hurt me. Cool. Good.
Oh, good.
Because here's the thing about a spike pit or whatever. If you make little small spikes, it's fair enough that the entire spike hurts you, but if you make really big spikes, then you should only get hurt by the tip.
Yay.
Not even the tip's hurting me. Wow, I landed on it. Considering this whole thing is a slide box, I'm very impressed by this. Also, is this the way forward? Because I thought I was taking I thought I was going a secret path, and then I just ended up kind of...
Maybe it's an alternate path?
Maybe. I'm gonna go back.
No.
Like, I jumped down to, like, what I thought was a secret. Which is, I did the last level, too. I think this music kind of annoys me now. Now that because, like, first I wasn't noticing it because it literally was so in one ear and out the other, I didn't even acknowledge it existing. But now that I'm acknowledging its existence, I'm just actually kind of annoyed that it's not doing anything special. This feels like, oh, I see. I'm stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. I didn't realize this went the same direction. It goes the same direction. Oh! Oh, I see. The whole reason that's there is because this is a downward slide. They made that... I really like how Sophie's method of sliding is I should stop, drop, and roll like I'm on fire. Okay, very good. No, I get it. That's actually really nice. Those trampolines are there so you can get back up in case you miss some bells. That's actually a nice feature. I appreciate that.
It's refreshing to see nice, considerate game design after the last game.
Yeah. Now, I think that they still made a mistake. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hit all those enemies. Nice. Strike,
Oh,
I
hello,
guess?
Chica.
I don't know. Hello. Hello, deer. I was wondering if the deer would show up for the deer game. I guess you're eating it, though.
Even though we're not
Listen,
playing as
it's
deer.
so far this is 20 out of 10.
I mean, I'm sorry I'm not playing as the deer, but they provided me a canine. Come on.
It's like how if I played, they gave me a choice to play as a lizard character.
It's like if you give Esper a chance to play as a sheep, Esper will play as sheep.
You give us the Trias collision.
It should. But if it's down there, I don't think it will.
It's out of bounds. I'm not really mad that it does it. I was just kind of curious.
Sadly, the tree is not real.
I love
They
that
would
there's
not
a
be
little-
green.
I love that there's a little howl when you fall out.
Here's the thing. I think I like hot take. I think I like bad music more than I like. I think I like
Meh.
bad music more than mediocre music. Mediocre music annoys me because I'm just like, why did you even bother composing this if you're as somebody who makes music, as somebody who has made the music themselves, my attitude is, why did you make this song if you weren't going to do anything with it? It's
Something
like
from that before.
it's like saying, I'm going to make a sandwich, and you go to your cupboard and you take 2 pieces of bread and you slap them together and then you eat it. It's like, sir, fucking. I mean,
No.
you've created sustenance for yourself, but also you annoy me. I'm red now.
I'm red now! That's my attack.
That's weird. I guess they're like candy canes. I guess they're invincible.
Ah,
Yeah.
I like that. So you did try to run for no reason.
The power of peppermint!
Yeah, I just turned peppermint. Yeah, it's peppermint. Nice.
Why does this remind me of Kirby whenever Kirby consumes candy?
Because it's peppermint. That's probably why you saw pepper. I'm peppermint again! This feels unnecessary at this point, but I'll take it, I guess.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get water.
Okay, that's a good idea. Hydrate. Everybody hydrate.
Before you hydrate.
Okay, I'm even more annoyed at Invincible music, because Invincible music should be like, yeah! And it's just... I mean, it has energy, but it doesn't have... Ugh. I guess the word I would use for mediocre music is when a composer is like, let me... Oh yeah, this music should be this style. And then they're like... Then they compose something that is that style, but that's all it is. It's not a melody. It's not anything with any direction. It's that style. So you want some peppy, snowy music? Here's some peppy, snowy music, but it's not doing anything. It's just peppy, snowy music. It's not even really a song. It's just hitting the right, literally hitting the right beats, I suppose. But that's all it's doing, you know? Like, it's not bad, but it's not doing anything. Wait, did I get all the bells? Okay, I didn't actually check.
I do wonder if it might be a matter of format. Like A, B, that kind of thing?
It's... So let me put it this way. Because I'm not exactly. What I'm more talking about is that there's nothing there to hook the listener. There's nothing there to make the listener go. Like, if you put all these songs next to each other, you can't really tell me which one is which. They're all just going to kind of blend together. And here's the thing. That might make it sound like I'm saying if a song isn't melodic, then it's bad or mediocre. And that's not what I'm saying. Because I've definitely played some games with very ambient music, which wasn't meant to be in the background, but it was still good, right? It was still fitting that mood. And here's the thing. This song, this music fits the mood of the level, but it also doesn't give the level any personality. Proper ambient music doesn't necessarily have a strong melodic style, but it can give the game personality, if done well. Ambient music, that is. So I'm not saying that it needs a really strong melody. I think I would advise it for this style of game. I think ambient stuff is more for slower paced games, maybe a horror game, maybe an adventure game, maybe something like that, walking simulator. For a more arcadey, platformy action game, I would say that you kind of want to have some stronger songs with stronger melodies, I'd say, generally speaking. Like, you don't have to, you can do other styles, but it still should be something that doesn't just get tuned out in the listener's brain, you know? It should be something that
Yeah.
gets the player. Like, here's the thing about audio music is not something the player focuses on either, but it does an extremely important job at setting the mood of wherever you're at in the game.
Yes, you've got the gameplay. Yes, you've got the visuals, but a game is also the audio experience. It is a multimedia experience that draws the player in, and music, it's a part of our souls. We grow up with music. Every time someone says that they don't have rhythm, I'm like, excuse me, can you tap out a second? Can you tap out a heartbeat? Everyone has rhythm. Music is a part of everyone's lives, so of course it's important.
I ain't got rhythm. Now I ain't got. Sorry, they were probably that song.
Copyright.
I'm replayed because I do want to investigate. I think I'm pretty much confirmed at this point, but let's make sure the NPCs have different dialogue for different characters. Seems reasonable.
If they do have different dialogue, that is a huge plus.
Hey
because
Charlotte, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you since graduation. Did you hear the new bell boings are finally installed? They have been super used for getting around the big gaps everywhere. I've been using them a lot because they're a lot of fun. Also, so here, if you want to catch everything. So, most of the dialogues were the same, but the graduation thing was new. So there is different dialogue, yes.
Yeah, that's a plus from me.
So
That is a plus from me.
I'm gonna give this caveat. I earlier complained about the dialogue a fair bit. I still do. However, I will sympathize, especially if they're ESL, but especially considering that if they're writing all this NPC dialogue and there's new lines for every single character, then yeah, I can understand why some of the lines are kind of bad. Like, you know, you're writing a lot more, you're gonna have less good lines, probably, right? Like, obviously, there's still polish that could still be done there, but it's more understandable if you've written a ton of lines, why not all those lines would maybe be amazing, or why they wouldn't fit together as well all the time, especially if you're swapping them out a lot, you know? Like, depending on what character it is, some stuff might become a little more unnatural in the process. I gotta get it, you know, it makes sense. Hey Charlotte,
Yeah.
I'm not on the way, just trying to catch some dinner. If I catch you the extra, I'll send them over to you. I know you're in a tough situation, so it's the least I can do to help. I won't jump anymore, it's great to see you, I'll see you later. So there's, the tough situation was due. So I'm noticing that the NPC style are mostly the same, but there's a few new lines depending on who you're playing as. Actually, I'm really curious about the Rude character, though.
Oh
So
yeah.
the Rude character seemed to really hate the wolf. What'd you think of Charlotte? Like, maybe that'll be quite a bit different? I don't know.
Probably
The
the
wolf
same.
a boy or a girl?
I do like how this is the Yoshi character, though. Alright,
God, I remember playing Yoshi's Island.
Huh? Oh, it's you. Don't you have anywhere else to do this looking out here? Why don't you try going on those big dangerous pillars? Doesn't seem like fun. The possibility of you slipping off of them. Oh, that would be a dream come true. Who the fuck are you? What is your fucking problem?
She lives by hate.
Now get out of here, Prancer. Leave me alone. Did you just make a Christmas reference? It's odd. I wasn't saying any overt Christmas stuff until now.
Charlotte.
There's a joke. And
She's probably one of those people who just has nothing good to say to anyone.
Yeah. Alright, I'm done for now. Let's exit the stage. I'll check out each character briefly. So Charlotte had the most work put into her, but I don't know if you noticed, but Sophie didn't really have multiple jump animations like Charlotte did. So Charlotte clearly has more like work put in. I wonder if all the characters will have that level of work later.
No way, the Prancer thing was a double pun.
It was.
It was the Deer's Prance, and also Prancer.
Also, since the game starts by saying Planet Kringlos Stage 1, I'm inferring from this that this is going to do a Kirby thing and probably go to multiple planets for each world. Each world being a different planet, probably. She's very
Also,
fast.
I think I know why they do the Yoshi flutter. Think about it. Reindeer pull Santa's sled.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so the different dialogue is appreciated, but I kind of like it would take more work if it went further. But like most of the dialogue is the same. So there's a few. I do appreciate the effort, but I also wonder if that effort could be placed better. Like maybe it's not really necessary. If only a few lines are changing, perhaps all the NPCs should just speak. Some of the later NPCs might have really different dialogue though. So like there's a couple NPCs that were really focused on Sophie's whole food thing, which is her thing, right?
Keep in mind you're judging this based on the first person's
Yeah.
dialogue, which does tell you about a gameplay thing.
Yeah, so that's just not as interesting. Also, this character is definitely the speedrun character. I just noticed they're both fast and can still flutter. So. Okay, this guy's not doing. But here's the thing: Brandon isn't doing the gameplay thing, but his dialogue's pretty much the same. Mean Girl was also pretty much the same, despite a little bit different, a little bit more different. I think some later NPCs, like in Stage 2, would present perhaps a few more different options, but I don't want to spend that much time doing that, so.
It's worth it.
Oh, well, if it isn't
I
the
am
idiot
not
sister.
buying.
Hey, I have a great idea for you, Hornhead. Starts with you turning around, walking away from me, and never appearing in my sight ever again. Ha! How about you scram now? I had to deal with one of you. Okay, see, her dialogue was completely different that time. So yeah, it is possible for some NPCs to have completely different dialogue. So I guess I'll take that back.
Yeah,
we
I
are
think
seeing-
Margaret does seem like the kind of person to not reuse things for everyone. She's always got something horrible to say to specifically try to hurt somebody.
Yeah, so it's later NPCs are probably going to be dynamic with each character. That's cool though. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that attention to detail though. I think that effort is well spent though. It just needs the writing needs to be a bit better. I think it's possible that this character that the devs might be SL. If that is the case, then we're like an alien cat.
Margaret shit looks like someone out of Animal Crossing.
No.
Maybe
This
think of
character
it.
looks like something out of Space Channel 5. I know this is a bit of a deep cut, but seriously.
That made me think of Stitch if he was longer.
Whoa, a space cat. I hope I'm not in the way. Hope that book wasn't true. Wait, hold on. You're not even giving me advice. You're just your dialogue is completely changed now. What book?
I want to know more about this book. Hold on.
The book about space cats. They said many horrible things about them. I don't know. This character's... I like this... Okay, so far, this is the most interesting character to me. Oh, look at their jump animations, too. Yeah, they have a few, too. Yeah, sacrilegiously, I think the cat character is perhaps the most interesting to me so far.
We will bring you to the cat side sooner than
Listen,
you think.
you could say the cat character is very perfect.
I like their
Oh.
flutter method, just kind of an all-force, like, swimming animation, almost.
Why does it remind
I
me
also
of
would... Oh! And this is the only character that actually wears a fucking collar. That's something that makes more sense. I don't know, it just makes more sense if you're throwing a collar if you wear a collar. I don't know. You gotta know the collar... It's like, what's a good example?
Not talking to the fisher?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that would make a lot of sense for the cat to talk to the fisher. Let's go see. Sorry, friend, I hope not in your way. Be careful out there now. Oh.
You're
Alright.
lame.
That was kind of a missed opportunity.
It's so short and adorable.
I feel like that was a missed opportunity though, like
But it's
hey,
so
I'm
lame.
space cat looming over a fisherman like, shit, do you want a fish? Like, like... That was kind of not very much. That dialogue indicates to me that the writer had no idea what to put for that character in this situation. Whoa, hey! Don't get a single inch closer to me, you foul beast! Oh wait, she's doing different animations and stuff this time, too. I
Did
read
she
about you
say,
disgusting
"Oh, whoa"?
things! You're not gonna get me without a fight! Wait,
There's the book again.
you're friends with a dim-witted duo? Yeah, I'm wondering what the story here is. Well, that's just turned my fear to hatred. You should leave now.
Margaret, why are you an Animal Crossing character?
I
You
want to
even
know
have
more
good
about. I
behaviors.
want to know more about this space cat prejudice. I'm curious now. Like, what is this about? Anyway, Scruffy is a guest character. I'm just gonna check each character up to tell the jerk. Is that shark right?
She's a jerk, but her dialogue is fun.
Well, you really don't fit in. Well, actually, you fit in with your game style. That makes sense. You definitely seem out of place here.
Yeah, it's the cell shading.
If I just like took a screenshot of this, somebody would think I manipulated the image.
You
Right?
don't. I mean, your character does kind of look like it's not from this world because of the little.
I do
bit
like
of
it. I do
the-
actually like how it's out of place. It's kind of fun in that way.
Yeah,
I've never
I
seen you around
agree.
here before. I hope not in the way. Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you the guy flying around that airplane? That's so cool. I hope it was fun. Stop by later if you'd like to. I'll be here. Airplane? I'm gonna guess that there's gonna be like intro cutscenes that perhaps explain a bit more for these little.
Wait,
Oh,
he's like he was just covering up his airplane crash. I remember that.
by the way, no collar throwing or anything. It seems it's just this.
The fact that the cat got a collar clearly has to be because they find it's probably the only one that has decency to actually wear something on their neck.
Yeah, everyone else is naked.
Okay, that one repeated dialogue from the previous character. Also, hello there, Bronx Bomber. We are playing Team Sleigh Bells. Titles.
Hello,
I like
Bronx
when people ask for the name of the game during a Say showcase because it's in the title and it's in the sidebar at the same time.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes people don't notice those small details.
It's fair.
but
They just
no.
showed up. Huh?
Yeah.
What a freak. I've seen many freaks around here before you are, sir, a super freak. And you're not just a super freak. You're ultimately the definition of a super freak. Ha ha ha! Huh? Hey, why are you smiling at that? I was insulting you. This character has the most Pac-Man energy. Speaking of Pac-Man.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like her hate.
I think our local deer exploded. What was that?
Sorry, that's what he told us. That he's a super freak.
He did, yeah. The Super Freaks is like his game, which is, by the way, more than one game. And I forget the reason I never played them. I don't think I jived with them. Basically, anyways, here's the Mega Man character. Okay, the bolt's coming from her chest before she pulls her arm up, but all right, whatever works, I suppose. I guess if I hold it down, it's. Wait, no, it's still coming from her chest. I guess I get it, because the collar projectile comes from the very middle of the character, so I guess that's just something they didn't offset for Nadine, basically. They probably should have offset it for her, but whatever.
Why does that look like snowballs?
I don't have to
It's like her Buster Shot, because she's like a Mega Man-like character.
Yes,
but
but it looks
in
like
this
she's firing
world,
snowballs.
it certainly looks like a snowball by context alone. Like world context.
I'll be right back. I need to supervise Mom so she doesn't take all the candy.
Hey, wait a minute. Weren't you dressed as a witch before? Okay. I think your fight's a pumpkin guy. I think there was a Halloween level in the last demo I played. Okay, this feels like easy mode. Just hold this button down. Like, just goodbye, enemies.
Honestly.
Okay, Brendan says the same thing for the last three characters, so. So I like how there's NPC and unique dialogue, but it's all over the place. Some NPCs only change like one of their lines a little bit. Some NPCs change literally none of their lines, and some NPCs change all of their lines and even have new animations. The effort feels like it's all over the place. Like every time I talk to an NPC, I don't know what kind of level of effort I'll get. Huh? I appreciate the visit, but I'd rather like not be talking to you right now. My day's been off. I had to deal with 3 idiots earlier. I'm not able to. My moon has been driven through the high top mountains at this point. I think that's. You seem nice, but not today, please. Thanks. Huh. The only character she hasn't been bitchy towards.
Maybe because she doesn't have. Maybe in universe they actually know each other, or at the very least she has had more of a good impression.
Her initial impression of us was like, oh, I don't need to be a bitch to this person. They seem a little more my type. I think is kind of the vibe. Anyways, tap the cat with a fish gun. Still being shot by my chest, but it's a little hard to tell though, I think. Yeah, it's still from the middle. That's fine, I guess. I think they should offset the projectile attack characters a little bit. That would probably be smart. Oh my god. Tap the cat is fast. Oh yeah, they were kind of speed-based in their game. This is... Okay, no, this is the speedrun character. Well, it is cool that the Charlotte's sister can both run fast and flutter, which is potentially really good for skips. This character can't flutter, but this character could be... Okay, either this character or Charlotte's sister are the speedrun character, depending on the level. Hey, is that a fish toll? Okay, yes, I do save, at least. I also have one of those at home.
I'm back.
Hello.
Wait, you have one of those?
Apparently.
Welcome back.
Also, when you said the game and we're pulling it up and stuff, I was like, wait a minute, I think I have a vague memory of this. Is that weird, somewhat not very great game that was a side-scroller shooter? And then I saw the video and I'm like, oh my god, I remembered right.
Yeah, it's not. I'm actually surprised to see it get a crossover. Considering I don't think it was very good. I think character's cute though. I'll give him that. But huh? Ah, phew. I thought you were one of those space cats. Wait. Oh, phew. I think you meant. Hold on a second. Oh, phew. They meant WHEW. Ah, phew. That's the wrong few. I've never seen that mixed up.
P-H-W.
Oh well, that's another spelling. There's two spellings for it technically.
There's view and few.
Few and few. Well, they're both said. You say few for both of them actually.
How did
Pretty
you
sure.
spell it? How did you spell it?
You say few and few have the same pronunciation, I believe.
I say view.
Ooh.
Wii U is a police siren. Wii U.
No, but
Oh, you're one of those space cats. There's a book about how dangerous they are. After the video, all those days, I don't need more nonsense. Now, if you do me a favor and leave, that'd be great. Thanks.
I want to know about the lore about the. There's so much shit.
I'm interested in what the hell the book is talking about. Like, it's our space cats are the ones who attack the land to try to take everybody's boxes. Specifically, only the boxes, not what in system, right?
Yeah, was there a war or something? I don't know either. I don't really get it. Regardless, so that was Team Sleigh Bells. I'm gonna bring us back to the video, even though it's gonna lag. It's gonna lag just as bad. It's gonna lag just as bad as Sheikah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Miss True. I do not understand why this lags right here. Wait, it's not. Wait, it's fine now. I fixed it. How did I fix it? Maybe the NVIDIA settings, maybe the NVIDIA control panel settings only took effect after I restarted or something. Okay, that could be it. But you know this. Okay, so in that case, I did limit the frame rate. Now things are fine. I guess it just took a while for it to register. I guess because yeah, that's the only change that I did, the control panel stuff. So Dev, that's a sign right there. Please, 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 developers. I don't care if it's a demo or a full game. Provide the player performance options. At the very least, allow the player to set their FPS and VSync. At the very least. Because most engines, this is made in Unity. I know that Unity and Unreal they both start by unlimited frame rates. Unless the developer sets something else, or allows the player to set something else, unlimited frame rate is the default. Do not let Unity or Unreal have a default option for its frame rate, or it will be unlimited, and that causes problems, right? And so devs, put in options, or just set a lock x60 FPS, because that's a nice reliable number for most people, you know. So but anyways, that was Team Sleigh Bells. I think it's fine. There's elements here that seem really well done. A lot of the character animation and modeling are really nice. The environments feel nice too. The enemies seem pretty good too. The main characters are the highlight. They did a lot of good work on them, animation-wise especially. So I can tell there's some really strong animators on the team here. But the actual gameplay, I know it's just the first couple levels, so those are going to be a little more basic because they're the starting levels, right? But I didn't feel terribly excited playing through them. Part of that was because of the music, but part of that was because level design just felt kind of, not frustrating or anything, just kind of there a little bit. It was fine. It was above average, but it didn't feel particularly special. You know what this game makes me think of with its current demo? The level design all being kind of just alright. It makes me think of one of those N64 3D platformers that like nobody played, and they're pretty good, but nobody really played them. They're not known amongst the other 3D platformers. They're just kind of forgotten now. Games like Rocket Robot on Wheels, or Tonic Trouble, or
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, deep cuts here. Those games that are perfectly fine while you play through them, but they're really not leaving much of an impression. That's kind of the current vibe I have right now. Where they just don't stand out. They don't have a standout feature. Aside from the animation work is lovely, but that doesn't make an entire game. What are your guys' thoughts, though?
50 out of 10!
What? Oh, because deer, I see. I can always trust you, Sheikah, to give a rating I can't rely on.
I think this game is... We need to have a holiday game that is not just...
It's not just Christmas Nights and Dreams. That's a good game.
That isn't just stupid and obviously a cash grab for the season and just makes you want to strangle everyone who takes Christmas stuff and throws it everywhere during the holidays. No, this is so far looking like an actual game that just so happens to take a Christmas theme and make it palatable. Kind of like some games make Halloween palatable.
That caught my attention as well. That was one of the reasons I decided to pick this game for Sage. Is the simple fact that it's interesting to make a Christmas game that it's themed around Christmas as a whole and not made specifically for the Christmas season just because they want to make a Christmas themed game. I like that. Winter themed, Christmas themed, however you want to put it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea actually. It's kind of a cool vibe. The execution, not quite there yet. Maybe later. We'll see. I see some real talent. But what do you guys? Any other thoughts?
I mean, I definitely enjoy, even though the game is like iffy to me, I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy some of the character interactions, especially that very rude chick. Like, she's kind of like a character that is fun to hear talk, but never fun to interact with.
She looks like she's from Animal Crossing. I can never forget that.
Yeah.
A lot of those into.
Yeah, just they need to make the music better, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
If the music was, well, at least mildly catchy, then I think the overall experience would feel a little more fun for me as well. That's just how I work. Music really makes or breaks an experience for me a lot of times. But yeah, Team Sleigh Bells, I guess we'll see where this goes in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little demo playthrough.
Bye-bye!
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care!
Goodbye!